Next on Worcester News tonight, the Solheim Cup is looking for a venue, and one Worcester golf course is hoping to be considered. Plus, the Worcester Bishop issues a decree Friday opening up the possibility the diocese could sell Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. We hear from the group trying to save it. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Landmarks across Massachusetts, including here in Central Mass, are lit up tonight in honor of 6-year-old Devin, who lost his courageous battle with a rare form of brain cancer last week. The Burns Bridge on the Worcester-Shrewsbury line shines green, Devin's favorite color. Today would have been his 7th birthday. In honor of Devin, Mayor Marty Walsh declared Friday as Devin Swow Day. He and the family are encouraging everyone to perform an act of kindness and to share it on social media with hashtag #WhyNotDevin. The campaign, which Devin inspired, helped raise money and awareness for his rare form of cancer. People were also encouraged to wear green on Friday to show their support. The 2025 Solheim Cup is looking for a venue, and the Worcester Country Club could be on the list of contenders. Bill Shaw, general manager of the club, says about a year ago they reached out to the LPGA, letting them know they believed they were in a position to hold an event like this. After touring the property, Shaw says the tournament director felt good about it. Shaw says if the Solheim Cup were to be hosted in Worcester, it would not only help the local economy, but it would make history.
We hosted the 1925 Men's U.S. Open, 1927 Ryder Cup, the first Ryder Cup, and the 1960 Women's U.S. Open. So should we be fortunate enough that the membership wants to approve us moving forward with the Solheim Cup and we do get the bid, we would be the only club in history to host those 4 events. So they'd be making history. Worcester community, Worcester Country Club would be making history.
Shaw says the next step now, should the membership approve of placing a bid, Worcester Country Club would receive a bid packet in fall of 2019. About 8 months later, they would do a presentation for the LPGA. Then sometime in 2020 or 2021, the venue would choose and it would be announced. Congressman Jim McGovern kicks off his small business tour of Central Mass Friday. The purpose of it is to highlight the growth and success of local craft breweries across the region. Congressman McGovern visits 6 different breweries throughout the area, including Wormtown Brewery on Shrewsbury Street. Wormtown was established in 2010 and moved into their current brewery in January of 2015. Those touring it got to see how beer is made and plans for future expansion. Congressman McGovern says he'd like to see Massachusetts be known for its beer.
These are new small businesses that are doing very well, that are employing people, that are an economic stimulus in our communities. And California is a place that is known for its wine and wineries. I want Massachusetts to be known for its beer and breweries. And I hope that, the breweries can become a part of this state's tourism portfolio. Like I said, if you go to California, everybody wants to go on wine tours. But in Massachusetts, we have this proliferation of craft breweries that are doing really well, in part because they make excellent beer.
The congressman is backing legislation to decrease federal excise tax on smaller breweries, as well as reducing regulations on those brewers. The Worcester Bishop issues a decree Friday opening up the possibility the diocese could sell Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. A group trying to save the church they say is central to Worcester's Italian-American heritage says they're planning more appeals and won't stop fighting until the church reopens. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
Parishioners of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church gather outside for Prayer Friday and say they are not giving up without a fight.
It means everything. This is our life. This is where we grew up.
Worcester Bishop Robert McManus says the Vatican has denied the Mount Carmel Preservation Society's appeal, opposing the merger between the church and Our Lady of Loretto. The bishop is decreeing the church may be used for non-religious activities as long as it doesn't go against the Catholic religion. The move could clear the way for the diocese to sell the property.
Now we're going to appeal that, and we intend to follow, every instrument available through canon law. We'll continue with our appeals as long as we can until we see that justice is made with this situation. We want that church back open.
The church closed in 2016 due to safety concerns, and the group has been trying to reopen it ever since. 101-year-old Gladys Bellows says she remembers it being built.
Broken-hearted over.
Bishop McManus says prior to any sale, all sacred objects must be removed. The group would still like to see Mount Carmel used for religious purposes and will do everything they can to save it.
It could stay as a church or possibly a shrine, a functioning shrine you can have masses, baptisms, weddings at.
It's the home of people that have been here, such as my family, for 112 years.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A central Massachusetts state senator is looking to pass a bill. It would give a criminal record to murderers acquitted by reason of mental illness. Current law allows suspects found not guilty by reason of insanity to be released from prison and carry no criminal record. The bill is being pushed by an Uxbridge resident whose son was stabbed more than 130 times by his wife. The new bill would also require 10 years of rehab and a 5-year probation period. Fattman says the bill aims to solve a major problem with public safety.
That is my main goal right now, is to make sure the citizens of Massachusetts realize the danger that's out there right now.
They go and work in hospitals, they go and work in public facilities, schools, public housing units. Creating a sense of awareness so that people know that they're there is really important.
The bill passed the Senate yesterday with a vote of 37-0. It now heads to the House of Representatives, which has until July to vote. After a more than year-long battle over a proposed cemetery in Dudley, the Islamic Society of Greater Worcester now has a site to bury their loved ones in Worcester at Hope Cemetery. The Islamic Society of Greater Worcester says the first burial will take place this weekend. They were able to work out an agreement through the mayor's office and other city leaders. One of the society's board members' father will be the first one to be buried at the new spot. The Islamic Society faced opposition to a proposed site in Dudley. It sparked a long legal battle and a now closed investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office. The society says they're thankful for the city's help with this new project. Police are announcing a new effort to solve a notorious Massachusetts murder case. 10-year-old Holly Parishioners was kidnapped in Sturbridge in 1993. Her body was found months later in Brimfield. Her family and police are hoping a new tip campaign will help crack the cold case. Alicia Palumbo has the story.
It's definitely going to get solved. It's just a matter of time.
Hope for Holly.
We've never given up hope. She's on our minds every day.
Hope for justice, that after all these years, the person or people who took 10-year-old Holly Parishioners from her grandmother's Sturbridge neighborhood in August of 1993 and left her body in these Brimfield woods will be identified.
We have material that was recovered from the scene. We have DNA from certain people. We have a lot of evidence. We just need that final push.
And now new developments in the 24-year-old murder case have given Holly's family renewed hope.
We've had witnesses come forward recently that have identified persons of interest in the investigation.
Cold case consultant Dr. Sarah Stein says those leads absolutely lead back to some of the first people who were interviewed in the initial stages of this investigation.
Behaviorally, there are some very strong indicators as to who may have done this.
And Holly's relatives are hopeful someone will be able to provide them with a tip that will finally give them closure and let Holly rest in peace.
You may know something, just a small piece of information that will connect everything for them.
We reached out to the district attorney's office, but they did not get back to us. There is still a $40,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or people involved. In Brimfield, Alicia Palumbo, Worcester News Tonight.
With enrollment growing at Shrewsbury High School, the school says it's operating at a 96% capacity. According to the Telegram, more than 1,800 students are enrolled at the school, compared to 2002, when just 1,400 students were involved. The school expects to top out at about 1,900 in the next couple of years. Principal Todd Basdilo says he believes since Shrewsbury is centrally located in the state, a lot of families are moving here if parents work in Boston, Worcester, or surrounding areas. Hospital cafeteria staff getting a unique opportunity Friday, learning how to cook German dishes from a master chef. Chef Glenn Henry Bust was at UMass Memorial Medical Center's University Campus Cafeteria Friday. He's traveling as part of Sodexo's Global Chef Program. Bust is the manager of 5 restaurants. He's cooked for influential world leaders, including President Bill Clinton.
USA is that nice. People are that nice, very helpful, kind. I have a very great support.
There's a million different cultures, diversity, the whole thing. This is just a teeny tiny bit. He can come and just, bring his culture, and some people will come in and be like, oh my God, remind them of home.
Chef Bust was able to teach employees about his culture while also giving staff members a chance to enjoy